Hello students, let's move on to the last lecture of this section number 1, in which we'll find out how can we calculate any percentage of 200, 400 and 800 very easily. Just simple multiplication tricks have to be used. Now let's take the case of 200 first. Let's try to calculate 43% of 200. Now what I need to do, the plain simple method over here is simply just double this number. That is your answer, 86. That is 43% of 200 will be nothing but double of this percentage number, 43, which will be 86. As simple as that. Taking another example, if I had to calculate 68% of 200, this will be, I had to just double this number 68 and I'll get my answer as 136. Simple as that. Double of 60 is 120, double of 8 is 16. Add 16 and 120, I'll get 136 as my answer. Very simple. Now let's move on to some complicated percentage in this case. Let's try to calculate 28.44% of 200. So I'll just double this number, 28.44. Now double of 28 will be 56 and double of 0.44 will be 0.88. So my answer is 56.88. Isn't that cool? Just in a couple of seconds, you should be able to just mentally double the number. That's it. Now let's take a last example. Let's slightly bigger number, 56.33% of 200. What you need to do is to just double this particular number, 56.33. Double of 56 will be 112. Double of 0.33 will be 0.66. So the answer is 112.66. As simple as that. Now, let's see the concept behind this. Let's try to understand what we are doing over there. Now, let's say I had to calculate 25% of 200. This 25% of 200 can then be written as 25% of 2 multiplied by 100. In fact, 25% of 2 multiplied by 100. Now, as there is multiplication over here in both the cases, I can take this 2 forward. I can bring the factor of 2 to the front, this particular factor of 2 to the front, so that now by some rearrangement I've got 25% of 200 as twice of 25% of 100. And 25% of 100 is very easy to calculate. In fact, you don't have to calculate anything because 25% of 100 will be 25. In fact, any percentage of 100 will be that percentage number. So this will be easy, isn't it? So what I need to do, the moment I see there is a factor of 2 over here in front of 100 and I have to calculate 25% of it, I just double this because I know ultimately this is going to happen. 25% of 100 will be 25 and I have to multiply it by 2 to get to my answer, which can be straight away obtained by doubling the percentage number. And the answer will be 50 in this case. Now the same is applicable to 400 as well. But there is a slight change. Let's see what is that slight change by taking an example. Let's say I have to calculate 31% of 400. Now the only slight change, you might have figured it out already, that there is a factor of 4 over here. So this time what I need to do is to multiply this number 31 by 4. And I'll get the answer as 124. As discussed earlier, we can, if I'm struggling with multiplication of 4, what I can do is that 4 is nothing but double and then double, multiplication of 4. So I'll double 31, I'll get 62. Doubling 62 is going to give me 124 as my answer. Taking another case in which we'll take it as 66% of 400. Again, what I need to do is to multiply this number 66 by 4. Just double this number, 66, it'll be 132. Double of which is going to give me 264 very comfortably. Now, let's say I had to calculate 33.24% of 400. Again, what I need to do is to multiply this number by 4 as usual. So I'll take it something like this, the integral part and the decimal part. So the integral part is 33, double of which will be 66, double of which will be 132. And the decimal part is 0.24. Double of which is 0.48, double of which is 0.96. So answer will be 32.96. I just double this number and double the result obtained. So I'll get 33.24% of 400 very easily as 132.96. Let's take another example. 71.22% of 400. Again, I do multiply this number by 4. Multiplying 71 by 4, doubling 71, I'll get 142. Double of 142 is going to give me 284. And 0.22, double of 0.22 is 0.44, double of which will be 0.88, and I'll get my answer as 284.88. As simple as that. Now, let's move on to calculating any percentage of 800. But again, I would like to I'd like you to figure it out yourself. And you might have already figured it out because 800 is nothing but 100 into 8. So the factor of 8 will be used over here. But for the sake of formality, let me give you the hint. The hint is 800% is equal to 8 into 100%. So you can bring this 8 forward. I've literally given it to you. So this is what I wanted to discuss in this lecture. In the next section, in fact, this is the end of this section. In the next section, we'll take a very, very important case of A percentage of B. In fact, we have started with A percentage of B in this section, but we have taken some, easy kind of cases or comfortable kind of cases, which definitely are very, very useful in numbers like 50, 25, 200, 400, 800. But again, it's absolutely not necessary that we come across these kind of numbers only in our life. So in the next section, we'll take care of A percentage of B to its depth properly. Thank you very much for watching this one, guys. This is the end of this section. Thanks a lot for watching this one. Let's move on to the next section.